very good evening, viewer, and thank you for tuning in. You're most welcome to the NILE CAST, only on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day. Every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumuringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, West Nile RDCs and RCC in a 3-day retreat of performance enhancement. Kajugo Police urges Nebi foot pilgrims to be cautious in the busy highway. And Ajumani leaders advise journalists to be alert while on duty. This and more in the NILE CAST News Bulletin. It's the 22nd of May 2024. You're most welcome to the NILE CAST, only on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. A section of leaders within the West Nile region have expressed their disappointment to the government for failing to resolve border disputes within the region. They voiced their concerns that the government lacks the necessary commitment to effectively resolve both internal and external border disputes that have been plaguing the region. Okumu Dominic reports.
This dissatisfaction arises from the ongoing conflict among the various districts in the West Nile region, with little to no intervention from the government to mitigate these issues. The prominent figures such as members of parliament and local council 5 chairpersons from the West Nile region have raised grievances about the persistent border conflict that continue to disrupt the region's peace and impede service delivery to its inhabitants. Honorable Nzimai Godfrey, the Member of Parliament for Aringa North County in Yumbe District, emphasized that despite multiple appeals to the government, there has been a lack of concrete action on their part. This has led to suspicions that the government may be employing a divisive strategy to weaken the region, prompting a call for transparency and prompt resolution of border disputes.
I think what we can do is to involve the Ministry of Lands and the surveys to come and carry these surveys with the Ministry of Local Government. Then local government can go ahead to declare these boundaries once and for all to ensure that we solve this problem. We as members of Parliament, we have represented this issue to Parliament several times. But sometimes we are also tempted to think government may be in one or the other is the one promoting all this. Because why don't they come and do this survey? Because that is the only solution.
Honorable Aleruto Maza, the Member of Parliament for West Moyo County, highlighted the recurrent border disputes during engagements with the government, only to be met with unfulfilled promises. He urged the public to remain patient while exerting pressure on the government to expedite the resolution of these conflicts across the region.
Different various forums where we have always been meeting, we have been articulating eloquently this issue of both internal and external border disputes. But the government always tells us that we are going to work on that issue. We are going to work on the issue of the border. Please give us time. We have set up commission of inquiry. We have set up committees to verify the border issues. We are even going to use GPS and so on and so forth. They have been always giving us excuses. But we are not going to stop at that. We are going to continue putting on pressure.
Honorable Anyama Williams, the Chairman Local Council 5 Moyo District 2 doubles as the Chairperson West Nile Development Agenda, Wenda acknowledged the prevalence of border conflicts in the region. Despite this, he cited successful negotiations between Moyo and Yumbe authorities as a model for maintaining peace. He called for unity among leaders to foster peaceful coexistence and facilitate the resolution of disputes in the region.
Our people should remain calm, but also call upon Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, where the responsibilities of boundary demarcation and verification is vested, should come forward to aid us, to support us in ensuring we get durable solutions to the inter-district boundary problems. I want to appeal to the leaders of this region to remain calm. We are one people. Yes, there can be problems, but we should have the attitude of peace.
Honorable Asiku Abdul Mutwalib, the chairman Local Council 5, Yumbe District, underscored the unresolved border disputes between Adjumani and Amur, as well as Yumbe and Obongi districts, attributing the government's lack of commitment as a hindrance to resolving these issues. He advocated for the utilization of the scientific methods and historical maps to address these disputes effectively.
It's only that I see the goodwill from government seems not to be there. An example of this is the Upper case that has continued to sink the people of Adjumani and the people of Amur into confusion. If government came up with a clear position on resolving these border challenges, to me, that will harmonize our relations with the districts that we are staying with, as in neighborhood.
The West Nile region has for long been grappling with internal and external border issues that have hindered development and service delivery in the area. Despite numerous promises from the government to address these conflicts, particularly the long-standing dispute between Adjumani and Amur, no concrete steps have been taken to resolve the matter, resulting in loss of lives and continued unrest. The timeline for the government to intervene and conclusively resolve this border dispute remains uncertain. Dominic Anthony Okumu for West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories as pilgrims arrived in Sasira in Katogo, Nakasongola district on their 7th day of their journey to Namugongo shrines. The police in Greater Nakasongola district have advised the Nebi foot pilgrims to observe the highest discipline as they have joined the busy highway to avoid falling prey of accidents. Alfred Jawok reports.
The police in Greater Nakasongola have advised Nebi foot pilgrims to observe the highest discipline as they have joined busy highway to avoid falling prey of accident. When the pilgrims arrived in Sasira in Katugu, Nakasongola district on their 7th day of the journey to Namugongo, Assistant Superintendent of Police Robert Munezero, the officer in charge Katugu Central Police Station, says the pilgrims have joined a busy road than before, and this requires every pilgrim to be disciplined on the road. While addressing the pilgrims at Sasira Primary School, where the pilgrims will spend the night for another journey, Munezero assured the pilgrims for their security on such a busy highway.
And as you have seen, we are doing our best to see that these all pilgrims are secure on this highway. Not only you, but even these others who are coming here tomorrow but one. The security is very tight. We are going to guard you during the day and during the night and escorting you from one police station to another station. Thank you.
Early this week, Reverend Father Melchizedek Thokerunga, the curate Nebi Cathedral Parish, expressed worry about overspeeding by government vehicles and some private drivers.
And we will pray that, if possible, they will respect the pilgrims. For all of us who are moving, we are moving. It is a journey of faith, and we don't wish that their driving, their speed should affect us in our journey of faith.
The foot pilgrims have covered 281 kilometers from Nebi to Katugo in Nakasongola district, where they will spend one night for another journey of faith to Namugongo tomorrow. Behind me is St. Kizito Sasira Primary School in Nakasongola district, and the pilgrims have trekked for over 281 kilometers right from where we started the journey in Nebi district. And as you can see, this is a busy road, and the police here in Katugo have cautioned the pilgrims to be very, very careful on the road as we continue with the journey. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories. Due to the challenges that many journalists are going through in their daily activities, district leaders in Adjumani district have come out to sensitize the journalists on how to be safe while exercising their profession. Take a look.
Due to the challenges that many journalists are going through in their daily activities, district leaders in Adjumani district have come out to sensitize the journalists on how to be safe while exercising their profession. Honorable Ondwakorina Wakodra, the Secretary for Production Adjumani district local government, appeals to journalists to work together with other technical people and sector they are giving the information to, but not only among themselves as journalists.
Sharing information not only among you people. Try to indulge the technical under that sector that you are giving the information to. You will find work will be together. And I think our work will be seen and being visible amongst us. Protection of journalists. We love you people. We really love you. We know that your work makes us know everything. Sometimes things that we don't know. We learned it from you people. And your protection is in our hands.
Mr. Datapi Tataban, the resident district commissioner for Adjumani district, said journalists should be sober while at work and be flexible. Mr. Taban also called on journalists to identify security personnel, harassing them for easy action against such officers.
So please, when you find yourself in trouble with the police, with the army, the names are always there. Just pick that. When they want the camera, give the camera. You just be sober. You know, sometimes when you also there is something they say in the military, that when you fall in an ambush, behave according to what they say. When they say sit down, fall down quickly. Stand up, stand up. Give this, give. But be marking. Who is this person? How does he look like? Check if he's a police officer. Check the names. You just bring those things, my friend. We shall fix that person until he will cough it up.
For several times, journalists in Adjumani district are facing challenges like harassments, bullying, and insecurity among others. Oraku Benson Pastore, Onzima Alan, West Nile Television NILE CAST.
My name is Oraku Benson Pastore. This is still West Nile Television, and it is now the segment of sports under the umbrella of NILE CAST News on West Nile Television. As I had said, my name is Oraku Benson Pastore. You are all aware that every day stories continues to break in the world of sports, and we are going to start with what is happening within the region of West Nile before we jet to Europe to tackle some of the breaking international sports. Let's first take a look at what is happening within the region. It's all about ladies football, where we are having the Elite League qualifiers for Western region currently taking place at Mvara Kopitisi playing ground. Of course, the games are taking place in a round robin, whereby all the teams they meet between themselves, and the teams that are going to perform very well, of course, will be joining the Elite League in Ugandan football. That's for ladies. Let's first take a look at something briefly about it.
Still around.
Hosting what is called the regional league for ladies, which is happening in Kopitisi Mvara. This is a tournament that is starting today and then it is ending on Friday. Around 5 teams have come for the tournament. One team came from Adjumani called Home 2 Giants. Then there's Moyo Stars from Moyo, and then there's a team from Paida, that is Paida Women League team. And then we have 2 teams from Arua, that is Suwid and West Nile Queens. They have been drawn in a group of 5 and they are playing round robin. As I said, the games are starting today. They started today. I think this is now the last game that is going on. The first game was between Moyo Stars that played against Seaweeds, and it ended 3-0 in favor of Moyo Stars. And then also West Nile Queens played with home to Adjumani. They beat West Nile Queens 1-0. And then the third game was between Moyo Stars playing against Paida team, which ended 1-0 in favor of the team of Moyo Stars. The team that is going to win the table, because it's round robin, the team that is going to lead the table will qualify for Uganda LIC League. Remember, this is a regional league whereby teams qualify for LIC League. The team that is winning from here, that goes with the trophy, because this is a promotional one. It is a promotional game. It's not a award-winning game.
Let's get away from Western region and we go to Europe. It's all about what is going to happen tonight in UEFA Europa League final in Dublin, that's in the Republic of Ireland, whereby there is a very big clash between the team called Bayer Leverkusen that comes from Germany, as they'll be tussling it out with a team that comes from Italy called Atalanta. Of course, we are all aware that Bayer Leverkusen is still unbeaten in all the games they have played this season. You talk about German Bundesliga, German DFB Pokal, and also the league itself, where the finals tonight Europa, and in the semi-finals they knocked out the Italian side called AS Roma. Meanwhile, for Atalanta, they did knock out a team that comes from French League One called Olympique de Marseille, and to decide the winner, they are clashing tonight in Republic of Ireland, Bayer Leverkusen up against the team of Atalanta. And also away from that, most of the domestic leagues in Europe, they have already come to an end. They have, and the focus now turns to what is going to happen in the world of transfer, which coach is leaving, which club going where, and also which players are going to leave clubs, and which teams are going to sign players. And one big rumor is all about Kieran McKinney, the head coach of Ipswich. According to the report that has come today, he may not likely to sign or extend his contract with the team of Ipswich Town. Remember, this is the coach who was behind the promotion of Ipswich Town to the top tier of English football, and so many clubs they have been linked with his signature, including the Blues, that Chelsea, and also Brighton and Hove Albion. And he's saying he may likely to reject a new deal with the team of Ipswich Town. And also away from that, also a big one coming from the camp of German, together with what is happening at Bernabeu, as Tom Cruise clearly has come up saying that he will be leaving playing football after Euro 2024, and he will be one of the players, eldest players, representing the country of Germany in the upcoming Euro. He was part of the squad that won 2014 World Cup with the team of Germany. I think you can all remember that final between Argentina and the team of Germany, where we saw that solo goal coming from Mario Götze to seal the win for the biggest gong for the country of Germany. That one brings us to the end of today's edition of NILE CAST Sports News, and it has been me, Benson Pastoro, always here every day. I will be here with the exception of only Sundays. As I said earlier on, we are now getting into what is happening in the world of transfer, because most of the domestic leagues are already done.
Thank you, Rocco Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. That via marks the end of the NILE Cast on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name remains Okumaringa Christine.